Hi, welcome back. In this video, we will learn about the CSS order property inside of the Flexbox. So the ordered CSS property sets the order to lay out an item in a Flex or Grid container. Items in a container are sorted by ascending order value and then by their source code order. Okay. Items not given an explicit order value are assigned the value, like the default value of 0. So the default value of the order is 0. So here, as you can see, we have 4 items. Okay. And I can zoom in a little bit, or what I can do, I can just make them a little bit bigger. So let's do 400 pixels and do 400 pixels. Okay. Hit save. Okay. Now they are doing something like this. Okay. Let me just close out these step tools. All right. Okay. So now what we can do, we can set the order. So for example, what I want this particular fourth element to be at the first element. So how I can do that? So as we have learned, the default value of the order is 0. So I can just do order of 0 in the box. Okay. So the default value and nothing will change. Okay. All right. So I'll just get rid of this. Now what I'll do, I'll go to this particular class, which is the class of 4, and I can do an order of -1. I can set that, and so now this fourth element which we had previously is now the first element. Okay. So now what I can do, I can set the order value to 0 as well. So if I do that, it is now at the same position as previously. So the default value of the order is 0. Okay. Now, for example, what I want is that I want to interchange the third and the fourth element. So how I can do that? I can do that quite easily. So I'll go to this particular element. I can set the order and set it to 1. Okay, hit save. So as you can see, the third element is the last element currently right now. And one thing to remember is that the order value, like these elements, the items in a container are sorted by the ascending order value. Okay, so higher the order, the later the element will be. Okay, so this is the CSS order property. And now if I just turn off the Flexbox, okay, and hit save and go to the browser, so now as you can see, the order is as the code. Okay, because if I just go to the code, as you can see, the third element is coming before the fourth element. Okay, so it is following the order of the code. Okay, so this order property depends on the display flex CSS property. Okay, as you can see, there we go. So this is the order property. And now you might be thinking like, hey, what exactly is the point of the order property? Can I just not go to here? Okay, I'll just go here. I'll just remove the order. I'll just remove the order and just go to the code and just make it something like this. And this is the same result. Yes, this is the same result. Then what is the benefit? So first of all, many of the times we do not want to do something like this, like we do not want to change the order inside of the code. And there is a nice example here inside of the MDN. So the people who uses the screen reader will get the benefit of that. So for example, we want to build a card, okay, something like this. And the most important thing inside of this card is the title, right? But the person who is using the screen reader, what will happen? The screen reader will go through all of the elements one by one, and it will first tell the date, which is on top of everything, and then it will tell the title, which is not intended and which is not good for the experience. So what we can do there, we can use the order CSS property to order the elements by this particular order. Okay, so what will happen, we will first declare the title and then date, and by using the CSS order property we can change the order and makes the card something like this. And now what will happen? Whenever the screen reader will go through the content, it will first tell the title and then it will tell the date. Okay, and you can make it more specific as well. You can just add the date at the bottom, so it will tell the title first, then the description, and then the date. Okay, so this is how the order property is quite useful. Okay, this is the order property in CSS.